Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to be playing some Battlefield 4 and I've had to just bring it, I've had to bring in the shopping, so trying to get my breath back. But yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well. And yeah, we're going to be playing some Battlefield 4. And I thought we'd basically discuss what's going on with Battlefield 2042, which I am very excited about. And if you've got any questions, as ever, let me know in the comments box. But yeah, I think EA Play is going to be the time to mark your calendars. I think that's when we're going to hear a lot more about Battlefield 2042. I think that's when, you know, a lot of information is going to come out. So I possibly think we're going to see a beta announcement. And I did actually ask you guys what you thought. And so far we're at 84%. So 84% of people think that yes, we're going to see a beta. I think I've got my breath back now because I just had to quickly bring in the shopping. And the guy came up like 5 minutes before I started the stream. So I had to like run out to him because he was like, he called me and he was like, where are you? Because he couldn't find like where I lived, so I had to direct him. And then he obviously wanted to get off to the next house, so he made me in a bit of a rush. But here we are. Hopefully the stream is okay. Hopefully it's not lagging for you guys. I think it should be okay. But yeah, we're playing a bit of Locker today, and yeah, we'll be discussing obviously Battlefield 2042. Which I am very excited for. Yeah, let me turn that down a little bit. I didn't realise how loud it actually was. But yeah, I think at EA Play we're gonna hear about the new game mode that DICE LA are working on. So that's going to be very exciting. I think it's possibly going to be about obviously. I think it was remastering of maps, so I think that should be quite good, quite interesting to see what that's all about. Oh, what a turn on that guy then. Oh, is the mic fucked? Let me just check. Just seeing how... I didn't realise how loud it... Oh, that should be better, yeah. That should be okay now. I think the mic quality's back to normal, but yeah. Do I like this map? Yeah, I think Operation Locker, it's always a favourite of mine. I always like just playing it to kind of just mess about in Battlefield. It kind of just gets you ready, I guess. Gets you ready for the action. But yeah, just kind of thought I'd come on today. Thought I'd take your guys' questions as well if you've got any regarding Battlefield 4. But the EA Play event, which is coming on July 22nd, I think that's going to be very exciting. I think that's when we're going to hear so much more about Battlefield 2042. But I think the burning questions right now for a lot of players are regarding the game modes. I think destructible environments as well has been quite a big one. Because I don't think DICE have been that transparent really about what's going on with destructible environments. I think all they've said so far is that yeah, we're going to have destruction, but I haven't really seen it in those trailers that we saw. And I think if destructible environments were going to be a big thing, I think we would see a lot more of it. So I just think that's a bit worrying that we haven't really seen much about it. But yeah, I think JapFrags did a video on it recently. Just he made a video saying that Battlefield 2042 was going to have fully destructible environments, but then you actually listen to the video and it basically just says yeah, there's going to be destructible environments in a certain village on the map. So it's not going to be kind of like everywhere. It's not going to be like skyscrapers or anything like that, which I just think is a bit of a shame. But I guess we'll have to wait and find out whether whether we actually see it at EA Play. Durand done. I mean, it's a good map. Yeah, it's a decent map to kind of play on. It's quite fun. This is just the Conquest version, so it's very chaotic. I think there's only 32 players on this one, so not your 64. Oh shit! There was a ton of guys there, but yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. If you got any questions for Battlefield 2042, let me know in the comments box. Just makes it a more enjoyable stream. But yeah, I think from what I've seen so far, I've been pleasantly surprised. I'm thinking about getting the pre-order to get into the beta, but not sure yet. I think I do want to play it early, so I probably will end up doing it. But I think it's quite a bit more expensive to actually get into the beta, so I'll have to wait and see. But I suppose in the end I'll probably get it. Let's push up to this position here. But I think when I run a poll in the live chat, I think we're at 80 odd % saying that you guys think we're going to get a beta announcement at EA Play, which I think is highly likely. I think they're going to show us a lot more there. I think we're going to learn more about the game modes as well, because I don't think they've really talked much about the game mode so far. It's just oh, behind us. So I would like to know whether we actually have like TDM or things like that, other than just say a conquest or a conquest game mode. Let's try and capture this real quick. Not sure if they're just down below there. One sec. Yeah, so hopefully everyone is doing well. Thought I'd just pop on today for a quick sort of Battlefield 4 stream, or we'll probably play for an hour or so. Depends how we get on, really. But yeah, I think we'll stream a bit of Battlefield 4 today, and I thought we'd discuss kind of Battlefield 2042 and get you guys' opinions on it, what you think so far after kind of seeing the Battlefield 2042 reveal. Are you excited? Do you want to learn more? Do you think we're going to see a lot more on July 22nd? So I do definitely think that's going to be the day. Yeah, when is EA or EA Play? I'm guessing Shida Miti. Yeah, July 22nd. So yeah, it's coming July 22nd. We'll learn a lot more. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Guys going down here, I think. Let's get down below. Oh no, missed him. We got a guy down there on the left. Gonna go for the revive. Let's go for it. Got him up. I like how you can do that. How you sort of on your defibs you have to charge it up longer to get more of a revive. I just quite like that. Oh shit! And I also like the assist cancels kill. It always makes you feel better, like you've actually got something, like you're actually doing well, like you're better at the game than you actually are. Oh god, let's get behind. Eric the Long, the question is, have you pre-ordered? I haven't pre-ordered yet. I don't ever really pre-order games, like ever. I don't really, it's just not my thing. I understand why people do it, because they just want to, well, they're going to buy it anyway, so they just pre-order it. But I think I might pre-order this time just because I actually want to play the beta a little bit early. Kind of get some content on it. But yeah, usually I don't really see the need to pre-order. So I always hate when they kind of tie in open betas and things like that, because, I mean, betas shouldn't be in that sort of thing in my opinion, but it's kind of just how it is. But yeah, I'd like to know how many people have actually pre-ordered it. You haven't. Yeah. Haven't pre-ordered yet. Don't. I'm gonna probably do it, like I said, but I would recommend for people probably not to. Like if I wasn't going to make videos on it or whatever, I probably wouldn't do it. I always kind of recommend to look at reviews and things like that before I go and do anything like that. And I think usually you might as well just wait till day one and just buy it then. If you like the look of it, you know, just get it. But I do think kind of pre-ordering fosters that bad mentality for developers of kind of like, well, doesn't matter whether, you know, you're just going to pre-order it anyway. So yeah, but I guess it's up to people what they want to do. But I suppose I'm a bit of a hypocrite if I'm going to go pre-order it, so it's one of them. It's sad that you have to pre-order the Ultimate Edition to play a week earlier. Yeah, don't pre-order Uzi Clip. Yeah, I don't. It'll be interesting to see how many people actually do it, but yeah, I think people want to play early and they want to play the beta, so it's going to be interesting. You can't do that with the standard. Yeah, no, that's don't they have that EA Play thing, I think, as well, so where that kind of allows you to play early. So it'd be interesting to see. Maybe you could just not pre-order it and you could still play it early through the EA Access program if you own that. I think that's like £3.99, and I think you get 10 hours early or something. Or EA Access sub for $15 and the Ultimate Edition. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, I forgot about that actually. Yeah. But would you? I don't know. Would you be able to get the beta access, or would it not let you? I don't know. I don't know how that would work actually. I don't know whether they'd still let you get the early access to the beta or not, or whether you wouldn't be able to get it. So that'd be quite interesting to know actually. Yeah, EA's horrible. I know. It's annoying that they kind of tie those things, but I guess more and more developers are doing that, or more and more publishers are kind of doing those open beta things. I think that's been done for quite a while, really. It's obviously just because they know people want to play it. But at the end of the day, the beta's going to be free anyway, and you might have, say, a week early. So, yeah. No, it's not in the $3.99. Yeah, only $15 one. Yeah, only in the Ultimate Edition you get the early access. Most games aren't even worth the $60 on release. Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, for the most part, I don't really play all that many AAA games. Mostly the games that I play are sort of indie tactical shooters. Is mostly what I play. Just because I just enjoy playing those sorts of games, and I think they always give you a good amount of content. I always feel like the developers are, you know, passionate about it. Oh damn! How did I not get that? But yeah, this time, I mean, I'm always excited for Battlefield games, but this time around, I'm really excited to see what it's all about. So I've got to say, I am very, very excited for it. It has the beta in it. Yeah, my mum got the reset for... damn it. Might switch up my kit because the SCAR doesn't have that much ammo in it. I'm probably going to go back to my M416. Let's have a go on there. Oh, he was just sliding. Move out my way. Nice little kill. Oh, I missed him. Let's get back. But just get the €15 one in a month as it releases and play early. Yeah, and you have to keep playing. You have to keep paying the monthly subscription, don't you, to keep that game? You can't just buy it for like 50. That'd be good if you could do that. Oh, because it's just like renting it, isn't it, basically? But you do get other games in it, which I suppose is quite a good deal. I guess it probably works out cheaper, maybe, than just buying those games, because you do get other games with it. So get, I think, all the new releases, so it's not too bad. Let's push up here. But yeah, very, very interested in EA Play. I think a lot is going to be shown. I don't think they've really shown all that much off yet to people. And I think there has been a lot of confusion as well about specialists and things like that. Because I think as far as I know from what I've seen, they are still going to be keeping the classes, but just going to be putting them under specialists now. So I think there is still going to be a class system where you have assault medic, engineer, and support, I think. So, damn. Killed in action. That was a big oof. So I think they will clear up a lot of stuff at kind of EA Play. I think that's going to be the big day that we're all kind of waiting for. It's definitely the day that I'm waiting for. And I think they're going to show us off some proper long-form gameplay this time. I think we'll get gameplay where it's, instead of like 3 minutes where it's just cut, it's going to be more like a longer gameplay. I'm hoping for something like what they did with Battlefield Hardline, where they showed, I think it was about 6 minutes uncut gameplay. It was quite scripted, but at least it gave us an idea of what the multiplayer was all about. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, a longer form, unscripted game, showing us what it's all about, other than... Because I don't think the gameplay reveal, really... I understand because they probably had time constraints being in that event. It just kind of felt all over the place. You couldn't really get a good look at it. And you couldn't really see kind of what the gunplay was all about, things like that. So I do think EA Play is going to be the place. Because my mum went to GameStop. Oh, okay. Oh, damn it. I don't really ever go to shops anymore. I usually just buy them online, really. Oh, no, there's an invisible wall. No. 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 Oh, damn it. There was like a massive invisible wall underneath that cart. So, I'm not sure if the game's lagging on the stream. Hopefully it's okay. Just had a quick look at it. It did look like it was jumping a little bit, so not sure. Oh, it's saying we've got some errors here. What is that? Saying skip frames. Hopefully it's done that before, where it skips frames like that. Let me just see if... Because it does kind of ruin the experience a little bit. So let me just see if I can fix that. I think that should be a little bit better. Hopefully that's better, possibly. But I think there's still skipping of some frames here. So let me see if I can increase or lower down the bit rate. Hopefully that kind of... Oh, I can't do it in here. Oh, that sucks. Yes. Yeah, it's skipping frames a little bit. Oh, skipping frame was in the beginning. It's been fine. Oh, it's been fine for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of just skipping some frames. It just kind of looks a bit jarring when I'm looking at it. So hopefully it's not too bad, because I know that can affect the experience a lot. Samir, when is the event, my good sir? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, Samir. Yeah, it's going to be taking place on July 22nd for EA Play, but I thought we'd do kind of a countdown stream, I guess, just ahead of the EA Play event, kind of just discuss everything EA Play. And if you guys have got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments box. But yeah, it seems to be skipping some frames here and there. I mean, we could always kind of just go, oh, it's skipping now, before it was fine. Yeah, I think we could go just to show you, I guess, instead of showing the game, we could just show you some of the things that I found on the internet that we could go through. Just looking at some of the things that they've been talking about so far for Battlefield. So I guess that'll kind of be better than showing some skipped frames footage, because it kind of looks a bit jarring, I guess, when you're looking at it. So I think I could show you some of the things that they've been talking about regarding destruction, for instance. And I think this was a Game Informer or Game Radar interview regarding destruction. So we could have a look at what he says about this. which I found was quite interesting. So this was just sort of an interview that was done recently, and it was with one of the developers. Let me just try and find the name of it. It did say, but yeah, they did kind of an interview here, and it was Daniel Berlin, who's the lead designer for Battlefield 2042, and they said that there is going to be a lot of destructible environments with the sort of tornadoes going through the buildings, destroying everything. So it's kind of like mixed messages at the moment. I'm not sure whether this tornado is going to be destroying buildings and things like that, or it's just going to be stuff on the ground. But it does kind of make it seem that way. But where it does go, it destroys the things that are destructible. So I guess that kind of confirms that, well, not everything's going to be destructible. Only certain things in the game are going to be destructible. So I think there is going to be limited destruction. I think it's going to be similar to kind of how it was done with Battlefield 4. So I think it's going to be quite similar to that, where some things are destructible, some things aren't. But he does say that, you know, these tornadoes are going to be kind of blowing things away, blowing the things that are destructible. How you doing, buddy? NSGXD, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Can you tornado kill you though? I wonder. Yeah, I think from what we saw in the trailer, if we have a look at that, there was some there was clear signs that I guess the trailer was showing sort of the Ospreys flying around and things like that. So I do think. I do believe that we're going to probably see something like that, where the tornadoes can sort of flip you and move you around. So I do think they probably can kill you. I'd be interested to see, but I think that's probably what we're going to see, where if you get maybe too close to the tornado and you stay there too long, maybe it can sort of kill you. I probably would guess that that's going to be the case. But yeah, I think if we have a look at the reveal trailer again, I think only certain things are going to be destructible, like BF4, especially on those more urban maps. So, you know, you see the, I think it was that Dubai map. If we go to the gameplay trailer, I think it's going to be quite limited in the fact that, you know, on Battlefield 4, where there's just some buildings in smaller villages or smaller areas that you're going to be able to destroy. So I reckon things like this here, those sort of buildings are going to be destructible. And then I think, say, these high-rises, they're probably not going to be destructible, which I know Tom Henderson was talking about the fact that that could be possible, but I just don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. Can you kill the tornado? That would be interesting. I don't think you're probably going to be able to destroy the tornado. I think the tornado is probably going to just kind of do its own thing, and it's just going to go where it wants, and it'll probably just die out on its own. So, yeah, I think that's going to be... It'll just kind of go, I guess, after a little while. And they did talk about the fact that these tornadoes and weather events are just going to be quite random. So they're just going to go whenever, and it's just going to be quite random. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to see building like these big skyscrapers coming down, which is, like I said, it'd be quite nice to see something a bit different. So the rumours of being able to level entire cities by the end of the match could be false. Yeah, I don't think... I know loads of people were kind of talking about that. Tom Henderson was talking about that as well. But I just don't... I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I'd like to be wrong, but I just can't see it. Can't see it happening. But yeah, I mean, if you can see on the screen right now, you can see these smaller buildings here. You can see these tiny white buildings that look very similar. Pardon me. Look very similar to buildings off, say, Battlefield 1. Like those small sort of white buildings, probably 2-story buildings. They're going to be destructible for sure. But I think other than that, on these urban maps, like what we saw with Battlefield 4, if we look back to Battlefield 4 for the urban environments, they weren't really that destructible, to be honest. So I'd kind of lower people's expectations on things like that, because I just don't think that's going to be the case. a part of me doesn't want fully destructible maps. Yeah, I'd like a bit more, but maybe some Levolution moments where you can actually take down the skyscrapers, but in a more dynamic way. I just think that'd be quite interesting to see. So, yeah. And if you just joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I thought we'd just kind of go through some of the things and debunk some of the claims that, or things that people think about Battlefield 2042, some of the assumptions. I thought it'd be quite interesting to kind of go through some of those and look at the things that I don't think are correct and some of the things that I do. And I thought destruction would be a good one to tackle first. I mean, you remember the 3D render of the skyscraper destruction? It could very well be possible. Yeah, let's show that on screen, but I don't think that's going to... Again, I don't think that's going to be... That was more of a demo. Something must have changed. I think something changed with Battlefield in terms of what was going to happen in terms of the sort of destruction. Maybe it was because of 128 players for performance issues. Maybe they got rid of that or scrapped a lot of it. Because Tom Henderson was pretty adamant about the fact that we'd be able to take down skyscrapers. And I remember him putting out that image of the sniper where it was showing all the buildings around them that were completely leveled. And it was like Sad Sniper or something. But yeah, he said that's going to still be happening. But let me just show you on screen right now. So... as you can see on screen right now, this was something that Tom Henderson talked about. The fact that we'd see a Sad Sniper with all the destructible environments going around. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be relevant. He said still relevant, but I can't see it. And I guess I've played games long enough to know that those buildings aren't destructible. And also, if that was a big feature... I think they'd want to show that in the gameplay reveal or even the reveal trailer. So, yeah, I just think, not the YouTubers like Jack Frags, when he said fully destructible, if you actually if you go on through that video, you notice that he just says that the small villages are scattered around this map that you can fully destruct or that are fully destructible, but... he didn't talk about the skyscrapers or anything like that. So I just thought I'd kind of talk about that because I know a lot of people were concerned and thinking, would it be destructible? So there you go. Imagine the frame drops if the skyscrapers collapsed. Yeah, I know. That was definitely something that would have been taken into account. So I think that's probably the reason why it was scrapped. So it's a shame because it would have been quite good to see, but I think 128 players will be interesting to see as well. So, but I just wanted to address specialists as well because some people were still saying that classes were gone, but I don't think we're going to see the end of classes either. I think classes will still be a part of Battlefield 2042. Just that they're kind of going to be renamed under specialists now. So you're going to have, say, I think the assault, engineer, support, and recon. So they're going to be the four classes, and then you're going to have specialists that sit under those classes with special abilities and things like that. So I don't think the class system is gone. It's just kind of been rechanged and remodeled for the modern era, I guess, because specialists are going to be where EA make all the money. So, but yeah, the thing that I found really interesting, the thing that I really liked about this was the way that they were doing capture points now. I just thought that was quite interesting. The fact that they're actually doing, say, you need to capture multiple, say, B points to capture the whole B. So you might have B1, B2, B3, B4, and you have to capture all of those or the majority of those flags to capture the whole B. So I just thought that was quite interesting. Tamir, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we're just kind of going through some of the questions, I guess, regarding Battlefield 2042. Kind of thought we'd do a countdown stream to July 22nd, which is going to be the EA Play event. But if you guys have got any questions, then let us know in the comments box. What do you guys think about the modes? Do you think we're going to see more than just, say, conquest or more than just the big 128 player mode? Do you think we're going to see TDM and domination, things like that? I hope that they do. It'd be cool if we could see Rush as well. And you get a look here as well, because I actually couldn't see this for the longest time, USA versus Russia. I could see the USA, but it felt like every time I was looking at the Russian side, it always looked blurred out. So, yeah, you can see USA versus Russia there. You got the tickets. And these are going to be the different capture points. I hope I get to see Finnish weapons. Yeah, that'd be something a bit different. I just like, just be interesting to see where they kind of take the game in terms of the live service as well with the weapons. But I guess on the same point of destruction, if you look at that bridge, I don't think that bridge is going to be destructible either. Because you know how we saw on Dawnbreaker where you could kind of collapse the bridge, but in a Levolution moment. It'll be interesting to see whether there is a Levolution moment. Maybe you have to take down the pillars to destroy it. But yeah, I think the destruction that Tom Henderson was talking about, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think if you just go through this trailer, you can kind of just see for yourself. Not going to get 2042. No, I'm definitely going to get it. I think it looks awesome in all fairness. I think it does look good. It's a breath of fresh air, I guess, for something to play for Battlefield, because I've wanted to play a Battlefield game in quite a while. I mean, I play a lot of Battlefield 4, so this to me it does seem quite similar to Battlefield 4 in many regards. Kind of how they does look quite chaotic in the gameplay reveal, but I think in the actual, we know from trailers that whenever you see trailers, they always make it look really chaotic, but I think with how big the maps actually are, I think there is going to be quite a lot of downtime, which I think is going to be quite nice. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be as crazy as this. But I think, yeah, Tactical Gaming Network, I think on that point of kind of sort of AAA gaming, I guess, I have kind of got bored of AAA gaming. I think a lot of the gaming from AAA gaming has become quite stale now. So I'm just interested in this game because I just think it looks fun to play. Like it just looks like something different and just something interesting to play. And it's nice that we've got a modern game now, because we have had a lot of sort of historical shooters. I think it's time to do a modern near future game. And I think this just, to me, looks like a nice sort of balance. So to me, it just looks fun, and you know, obviously gaming has moved on and changed, so it is what it is in terms of like microtransactions and things like that. That's kind of how gaming is. But I think as long as the game's fun and it's and it can grab my attention like Battlefield 4 did, then I think yeah, I think I'll be absolutely fine in getting Battlefield 2042 for sure. Battlefield 2 was the best Battlefield experience. Yeah, I didn't really play all that much of Battlefield 2, if I'm honest. I did play some of the mods from Battlefield 2. I think they've got some different mods on Battlefield 2. I think I played Project Reality. I think that was from Battlefield 2. And I really enjoyed that, actually. It was really good. But yeah, it does still hold up. It is still, from when I've played it before, it is still a great game from what I've played on it. But then I think I guess I got more into Battlefield during Bad Company 2. And I played the original Bad Company as well. And that's kind of where I got involved in sort of Battlefield a lot, was from Bad Company series. And then I went to Battlefield 3 and then Battlefield 4 and onwards. Yeah, Battlefield 2 in PC was quality. This is what I'm excited about, though, for EA Play. I think this is going to be the time when we hear a lot more. I think this is going to be quite exciting times. And if you just joined us as well, let's see if we can get to 30 likes. If you could drop us a like, that would be amazing. And if you're new here, we will be covering the reveal for Battlefield 2042. Or the EA Play reveal, because I guess that's more of the reveal is going to be at EA Play. That's going to be more than the actual gameplay reveal, because I just don't think the gameplay reveal, it didn't show too much, really. It just gave us a little bit, but it did ask more questions than it answered. I think it just kind of whet our appetites. And the first one was a cinematic trailer, and then we had the gameplay. So, yeah, but this is the bit that really excites me, I think, is what I do feel like Battlefield 2042 is going to have. I feel like they're changing things up more than any other AAA game, and that's quite a big thing to say, because I just think Battlefield 2042 is doing different things here than other games are doing. I think it is trying to change up the things with not having a Battle Royale, at least from what I can see. Or if they're going to have a Battle Royale, it's their spin on it. And the fact that they're only doing multiplayer only as well, I thought that was quite a bold move. You know, not bloating it with just modes that don't make any sense in the game and nobody's going to play. So I feel like EA at least are trying to give the developers a bit more freedom to do what they want. And the idea that we're going to have this redacted mode as well, which is going to be the love letter to Battlefield fans, I just feel like they're trying to do something interesting with this game. And I think with publishers as well, there's not many publishers that get, say, 3 to 4 years on a game to create this. They've maybe even had longer to create this. So I just think, in all fairness, this game looks like it's just doing something a little bit different, I guess. Maybe from what other AAA first-person shooters are doing, like Call of Duty. Because I felt with AAA gaming at the moment, they kind of all copy each other and do all the same things. So I just think it'll be interesting to see whether, at least from what I've seen and heard, it feels like Battlefield 2042 is trying something a little bit different, especially with this hazard mode. It seems like it's their own take, and it's not apparently a Battle Royale. It's going to be sort of similar to Escape from Tarkov's sort of mode. So, yeah, I just think they're trying maybe some different things here. And I think the redacted mode with Battlefield Hub being the remastered maps, I think that'll be quite exciting. We are working on a tactical shooter like SWAT 4, Rainbow Six 3, Rogue Spear, etc. Do you remember these? It's hard to find teamwork and strategy these days. I hear you about the top tier being stale. Yeah, obviously I've heard of those. I like the SWAT series. Is there going to be that Ready or Not? Is that kind of based off the SWAT series? That seemed like quite an interesting game. But yeah, I always like a good tactical shooter, me. So yeah, definitely. And I think the tactical shooter market is getting better as well. A lot of exciting things happening. PR is still kicking. I'm excited for the BF3 mod to come out. Yeah, the reality mod. Yeah, that'll be quite interesting. But yeah, North, when it releases, you have to stream when you play first time. Yeah, I will do. I'll definitely be streaming when this does come out, when it first comes out, I'll definitely be streaming it. So we'll stream that, and I'll give you guys my first impressions, my honest impressions. But these are going to be the modes, apparently. So we were talking earlier about EA Play and sort of hearing maybe about other modes taking place in Battlefield. So you can see here that it's saying about Conquest Breakthrough and Hazard Mode, which is apparently a tense experience that combines edge-of-your-seat gameplay with the best Battlefield sandbox. So there's no mention about Domination and TDM. I just really hope when we actually get to EA Play that they add those modes. Because again, that seems like quite a big, bold move if they're only going to include Conquest and Breakthrough. I feel like that would be quite a bold thing to do. Because I think in the past with Battlefield games, I've always tried to sort of copy Call of Duty, adding Domination and TDM. Even though I actually enjoy those sorts of modes. So I would like maybe a TDM just to kind of give me a different mode, something quick and fast-paced. But yeah, they're only mentioning Conquest and Breakthrough there, and obviously the new redacted mode. So EA Play, I think, is going to be a big one. It's going to be big. Somewhat, yeah, Ready or Not, Ground Branch, Zero Hour are okay, but not quite what we are going after. They are good, but yeah, I think Ground Branch is awesome. I've got to say that straight away. Ground Branch, I think what they're doing with Ground Branch is really exciting. So I am actually really excited about that. And there's some stuff that I want to be talking about here as well, but we'll talk about that after I've read that comment. But yeah, 0 Hour, that's quite exciting as well. Ready or Not seems okay from what I've seen. The multiplayer, not so much, but yeah. And Hell Let Loose as well. And Squad. Squad's probably my favourite tactical shooter, but that's just me. But yeah, for definitely interested to see what happens. But I just kind of wanted to mention this because there was these. It mentions the game modes and it says All Out Warfare. I think that's one of its categories. We'll obviously learn more about this at EA Play, but they mention obviously the All Out Warfare. Is that just going to be the Conquest and Breakthrough modes? These are, I think, are these going to be the 128 players? So I think that to me confirms that there's probably going to be TDM and Domination, because I feel like this is just a part of the All-Out Warfare sort of 128 players sort of game mode. And then I think you're going to have offshoots of that, like subsections. So like you have the All-Out Warfare, that's going to be the 128 player category. And then I think underneath that, you're probably going to see TDM, Domination as like separate things, which I think we'll find out more about at EA Play. But I do think we'll get other game modes. It'll be interesting to see about Rush as well. I think that could also work with the idea of having crossplay maybe between the past generation consoles and next gen consoles, because obviously we know that the past gen consoles have only got 64 players, so maybe the All-Out Warfare sort of game mode is only going to be for next gen. Like that's the next gen sort of mode. And then I think we're going to maybe have the possibility of playing against past gen players on, say, Domination, Rush, TDM, which have lower player counts. So quite interested about that. Be interesting to learn that at EA Play. So I think there's just so much that we're going to actually learn at EA Play. I just think EA Play, I don't think we've seen anything really yet, in all fairness. Like, we haven't really scratched the surface, I don't think, personally, on what the next Battlefield's going to be all about. So I think we've only just seen a little tiny sliver of what's going to be taking place. So I definitely think there is a lot more to see, I think, personally. Love Squad, yeah. And the hazard mode as well. That's quite interesting, actually. I'll be interested about that. And obviously the redacted mode. We're going to be getting that at EA Play. And I think I asked you guys, I'd like to know in the comments as well, but I think I asked you guys about whether we'd actually see remastered maps within Battlefield 2042, and it seems like you guys probably think that we will. I think it was at like 90% or something. So I definitely think we're going to see remastered maps with that redacted mode. I think it's going to be a Battlefield hub, and we're probably going to see, say, maps from Battlefield 3, Bad Company, Battlefield 2, Battlefield 1942 as well. So I think there's going to be a lot that they're going to do with that. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions, let me know in the comments box. What do you think we're going to see at EA Play? And do you think we're going to see a beta as well? I think I asked that in the poll, and it seems like a lot of you guys think we will. Just what I wanted to show as well was something on the Microsoft Store. So you can actually see that it said on the Microsoft Store, it talked about the fact that about the open beta. So I do think the open beta is probably going to be announced there at EA Play. So I think, well, it talks about here early access to the open beta for Battlefield 2042. And then, yeah, I think they will announce that at EA Play, similar to what we saw with, I think it was with Battlefield Hardline. So with Battlefield Hardline, they did quite an interesting announcement there, where they did the gameplay, I believe, and then they said, "Oh yeah, we've got a beta, and you can join it right now" or something. And I think you had to sign up for it. But I do remember them doing a beta announcement at one of the events. It was either like E3 or it was at EA Play. So it was one of those that they did it. And I think it was right after this got shown. I think they actually then showed us the fact that we were going to get a beta. But this is kind of what I'm hoping for at EA Play, is maybe more something like this, where it's just a 6-minute gameplay showing us more about what's actually going to be in the game. But I thought this was quite a good reveal, actually. I remember seeing this, and then I think after they did announce the beta. But yeah, I thought this quite a good reveal. I'm just hoping for something a bit more long form, I guess, for Battlefield 2042. But yeah, be interesting to see what we actually get at EA Play. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a lot more than we've seen already. But yeah, but yeah, these are the, because you can actually, I might as well just run through some of the pre-orders that you can do. So if you pre-order now, you can get early access to the open beta. And I think you had to, I mean, it does seem quite expensive. It's like 60, is that like £62 to actually get into early access? Let me just turn that down. Where's that Battlefield Hardline gone? Where's it gone? Oh yeah. But yeah, so just thought I'd run through some of the pre-orders, and then I think we'll probably stop the stream at 10. So we'll stop it in maybe like 20 minutes or something. If you just joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, that'd be awesome. But we've just been talking about EA Play and what we can expect. So if you guys have got any comments before we end the stream, please let me know. What are you guys hoping to see at EA Play? But yeah, this is just some of the pre-order. I think that's quite an expensive pre-order there, £70. And you do get early access to the beta. And I think you also get early access to the game. Or is that not the most expensive one? I don't think that's the most expensive one. Because I know there's one where you can get the early access to the game. And there's one where you just get early access to... Oh yeah, it's the Ultimate Edition. So it's quite expensive really when you think about it. For what most people want in Battlefield is they're just going to be wanting the early access really. And the open beta. So I think it's quite a lot to ask for, really, I think, personally. So that's £109.99. How much is that in dollars? I think that's quite a lot. Let me check. So that's... I don't know. That's a lot. Pounds to... So that'd be $150 to get the Ultimate Edition. And it says Ultimate Edition Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So I'm not sure about that, what that actually means. But yeah. So you have Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Would that... I don't know what that would actually mean, but yeah. This is the most expensive one. And you do get some different things here. It does talk about the melee takedown knife. So... I wonder if there's actually going to be different animations for like the different things that you could buy maybe. So like you buy takedown animations. Not sure about that. But it does say, or is that just different knives, I guess? Because I know you could actually see the animation now when you actually went in for the knife attack. You can see a third person sort of knife attack. So be interested to see how that actually... changes. And it obviously talks about the year one pass. I reckon we're going to probably learn more about the battle pass at EA Play. I think that's definitely what they're going to be talking about there for sure. Sevo, it's wildly high. It's that $20 more than Steam. Yeah, that's I was going to say that does seem like it's more expensive than than actually the PC version. But I think usually the console version always tend to be slightly more expensive. So yeah, it does seem that does seem very steep. So is that $20 more then? Or £20 more? That is quite a big ask, really. I feel like that's quite ridiculous, considering they're both on sort of digital platforms. Like, it's not like this is the physical edition. This is just the digital version. So I feel, yeah, it's dumb. It's $20 cheaper. Yeah, $20 cheaper on Steam. Yeah, that's pretty insane. I feel like that's a little bit too steep, in my opinion. So the fact that they're asking for $20 more on the console platforms, even though it's still digital, I feel like that's very steep. A big ask, really, from console players. But I'm not sure what this actually means here. The fact that it's got Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, is that kind of hinting at the fact that you have to, that there's not going to be a free upgrade or whatever? I don't know. Just 'cause it seems kind of weird that, or is it meaning that if you buy this version, you get it for both Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S? I'm not sure, actually. That seems quite interesting. But yeah, if you've just joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, it really does help out the channel massively. And if you're new as well, if you could subscribe, we'll be streaming the EA Play event on 22nd of July. And also, I'll be live streaming the first time I actually play Battlefield 2042. So could do a first impressions, and I'll let you guys know what I actually think about it. I think that'll be quite interesting to play, and I'll probably stream the beta, actually. So I probably will pre-order it just so I can get into the beta. For that price, I want to hold it in my hand. Yeah, I know. I feel like, yeah, that's for the fact that that's just the digital. It seems quite steep, and I wonder how much more it's going to be on the physical edition. So hopefully, I think, well, maybe they might talk about that at EA Play, because I do feel like a lot's going to be discussed there. I think most of that EA Play event is probably going to be tailored to Battlefield 2042. And I'm just hoping for that big announcement where they go, well, by the way, guys, you can actually play the open beta now. And I'm guessing it's going to be for people who have pre-ordered. So it'll probably say something like, this is what I'm assuming is going to happen. When we get to EA Play, they're going to do a big announcement, show us all the gameplay. They're going to show us a longer form gameplay. And then right at the end of the event, they're going to go, and we're doing an open beta that's available right now to download on console and PC for people who have pre-ordered. Like, maybe they're the ones that get in the first wave, and they might say as well, you can try and sign up as well, but you'll have less chance, obviously, than someone pre-ordering it who's going to have a guaranteed slot. So I think possibly a pre-order beta is going to be announced right at EA Play, and that would kind of make a lot more sense. From a business point of view, they can really increase a lot of sales there by saying, if you want to play this game that you've just seen, you got to pre-order it. I feel like that could possibly happen. So I do think we're going to see some sort of announcement at EA Play for an open beta, but for pre-order only for the first wave. And then I think for the second wave, it's going to be opened up to everyone else. But they'll probably give people who have pre-ordered it like a week in advance or something like that. Because obviously we know about the pre-order beta, so it would make a lot of sense for them to do that. It means you get it on both. Okay, so yeah, you get it on both. Yeah, no free upgrade. Yeah, I that's a good point as well that I wanted to discuss, because I did talk about it in a video saying that I do believe that sort of console owners do deserve a free upgrade, really, because I think what they're getting, if they're paying full price, and I think if we go into the website, I think it was actually sort of, it was full price as well for past gen owners. So I feel like if you're offering a full price game to past gen owners, not even discounted. And you're saying, oh, okay, when you get a next gen console, you've also got to buy the next gen version. I feel like that's a little bit steep. I feel like that's asking a little bit too much, in my opinion, personally. Some people might disagree, but because you're getting the game, I guess, still, but you are getting a significantly worse version than the next gen version. So I do think that is taking the piss. If there's no free upgrade, definitely should be. Shout out Steam for easily being able to cancel pre-orders. Yeah, you can easily. You do get like 2 hours, I think, on that. So you can try it for like 2 hours, which I think's good. You get a 2-hour trial essentially, and then you actually get to say refund it. And I've done that quite a lot of times. I've played it for less than 2 hours and then just refunded it because I just didn't like it all that much or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually trying to find the pre-order for this. So yeah, this is the exact same price essentially. It might be slightly cheaper. Let me just double check, because I don't want to say if it's wrong, but it might be slightly cheaper on the Xbox Series, on the Xbox One, but it is still, so it's still $60, which I believe is normal price because I'm from the UK, so I think $60 is about right for usual games. So let's say that you're charging full price for this game on past gen. I feel like there should be a free upgrade offered to players, in my opinion. So I feel like they should go ahead and do that. And if you've just joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, that'd be great. I agree with all the scalping right now. It feels very, very EA of them. Yeah, that's probably like the most EA thing. I mean, I have seen it in the past with other companies where they've offered free upgrades to past gen owners. And I feel like that's the right thing to do. Especially after all the things that we've seen that are going to be different on the Xbox One version and the PS4. So we look at the Xbox One and the PS4 version. They're only going to get 64 players. They are getting 60 FPS, which I think is good. At least they are going for a smoother experience. But there's going to be lower resolution. And I suppose there's going to be smaller maps as well. That was what was talked about, I think, from Tom Henderson. So smaller maps, smaller player count. And you're still charging the same price as the next-gen version. I guess, I don't know. For me, I feel like you're not getting the full experience there because obviously people want to play the 128 players. You want the full size of the maps, things like that. So I don't know. It should be at least discounted, or you should offer a free upgrade, I think, to incentivize people really to get moving over to the next gen. But it'll be quite interesting to see how many people are actually going to go ahead and actually just buy the next gen version and just wait for a next gen console because they just want the full experience. They don't want their sort of opinion to be skewed by playing the past gen version. So if anyone's a past gen owner, because I know we've got some people lurking, but if you are a past gen owner, I'd like to know what you think. Are you going to go ahead and buy the next gen version or just wait for a next gen console? Or are you going to go ahead and just buy it on the PS4 and Xbox One because you just want to get playing it day one? So I'd be quite interested about that because I think there's definitely people that are going to buy it. But I think it would be great if it could just allow, allow people to freely upgrade after spending the same amount of money and then just being able to transfer it over to the next gen. I think that'd be the best way to do it. But again, I think we'll have to wait and see because we don't know yet. It's all up in the air. I think we'll have to, like I said, wait till EA Play. David Jr., welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're doing well. They should have smart delivery. What is smart delivery, actually? I'm not sure. What does it mean by smart delivery? Does that mean you can play it on all the consoles or something? Not entirely sure what that is. I've heard of it. I'm not up to date with all the terms. I'll get next gen for Hell Let Loose, not Battlefield. Yeah. Well, So you do have a next gen console, but you're just gonna get it on the Xbox One and PS4 instead. I mean, if you have a next gen console and you want to get next gen Hell Let Loose, why? I can't see why you wouldn't just go for the next gen Battlefield, because at the end of the day, I think you're still spending the same amount of money. That's just what I'd do personally, just to get the best experience. Like if it was cheaper on the PS4 and Xbox One, then I guess fair enough. But I guess if they're still the same price, then it just makes sense to get the next gen version, in my opinion. But I don't necessarily agree with pre-ordering. I really don't. But it's hard for me because I want to play the beta. I want to play it. But then again, I still don't agree that much with pre-ordering really. But yeah, free upgrade if you get next gen. Oh, okay. Is that what smart delivery means? Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if we have a look here, I'm going to check this just real quick off stream so I can just quickly check it. Because sometimes you can actually see the achievements if you actually go to the official club. Sometimes they get added, and sometimes you can actually see the achievements. Like, I think it was with Insurgency Sandstorm, I managed to find all the achievements for that game, even though it was like privated, or what you weren't meant to see it like. But if you go into the official club, sometimes you can see the achievements. So I wonder if there's any achievements for Battlefield 2042. So at the moment, okay, so at the moment they haven't actually added the achievements yet. Unless there's no achievements, because it is a multiplayer only game. So I don't know. Because I guess there isn't a campaigns, but I think there probably would still be achievements just for the multiplayer. But yeah, who knows? Be interesting. I'll keep a lookout on that, because sometimes they do just get added out of the blue. So I'll keep an eye out on that, just having a look if it does happen. I can't pre-order due to BF4. Yeah, BF4, even though how much I love Battlefield 4, like I do love Battlefield 4 in all fairness, but the actual launch of Battlefield 4 was pretty poor. It was pretty poor, and that's an understatement. It was terrible. The actual netcode and things like that were just so bad. And it was unplayable for ages. And I think it was actually DICE LA, the people who were going to be bringing us that new redacted mode that I'm just so excited about. Even though it's going to be like remastering of maps and things like that. It just, to me, it could be really awesome to see that all put together in a package for Battlefield 2042. I think that could be quite good. So I think that's going to add enormous value, because I know we don't have the campaign. I think there's a co-op in it as well. I think you can see online co-op there. So I think that was against bots. But I think the fact that they're adding that redacted mode that I'm just trying to find so I can show you, I think that's going to add a lot of value to this game. And they're going to continually add that, I believe, over the live service. But yeah, I think they're really bigging up, obviously, July 22nd, which is going to be EA Play. So I do believe we're going to see a lot of the game modes. We're going to see Hazard mode as well, which isn't a Battle Royale, which I think is good. It's their take on it. And I don't actually think we're going to get a Battle Royale. If that does well, I don't think they're going to bother adding a Battle Royale. I think they'll just stick with that Hazard mode. But yeah, let me just... yeah, so that redacted mode, really bigging that up. And I'm glad DICE LA are the people making that, because DICE LA, I think, are a fantastic studio. So to see that they're actually going to be the ones behind that, I think is really exciting. So I think whatever they're up to, whatever they're doing, I think it is going to be it's going to be fucking great. I can't wait for it. I just think with Battlefield 4, I got a lot of respect for DICE LA. Yeah, pretty much. It was one of the worst game launches in history for sure. And DICE LA, I think, were the people behind the community test environment. And that pretty much, that just gave so much to Battlefield 4. They were testing that community-driven map as well on that. So I just thought there was so much that Battlefield 4. The reason why Battlefield 4, I guess, was good or great in my opinion, is because of DICE LA. Really, if it was left up to just DICE Sweden, I don't think we would have been looking back at Battlefield 4 the same way. So that's why I got so excited. I think when I saw that DICE LA were creating this love letter for Battlefield fans, that's why I got so excited. And I just kind of wanted to show you I guess before we end this stream, I might as well just show you the thing that DICE LA mentioned, or that DICE mentioned regarding what DICE LA were doing. So this got me hyped, and this was towards the end of the stream.
Coming out and actually getting in the hands of the players, because I think there's more opportunities in these games to find these kind of.
Because even though there's so many of us from
here we go. This is it.
Here, and again,
it's got me hyped because
so many more.
They're really hyping DICE LA up here and what they're doing, and I think they're doing something special.
It isn't just DICE that's helping to work and shape this new era of Battlefield. Of course, we've got so many more teams, including DICE LA, who've got some really exciting stuff to show us at EA Play, Oscar.
Yeah, maybe first to mention, now we have folks in Stockholm, in Gothenburg, in Guildford, in LA, and folks across all over the world, actually across Electronic Arts, helping building Battlefield 2042.
DICE LA, they're the
stuff
big
that's
ones.
Actually getting built out of DICE LA is quite special. The team joined our big team meeting. I think we broke some kind of Zoom world record. Lots of folks were actually in that meeting, and they got the chance to show the latest update from that experience. I think our chat kind of exploded. The team's super pumped, and we're just looking forward to July 22nd at EA Play Live, when we get the chance to show the world what the DICE LA team have been working on.
I think
it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
I'm big time excited for our friends at DICE LA have to show you at EA Play. So make sure you stick it in your diaries.
I have, mate.
22nd.
It's right in the diary.
If you're watching this, you don't want to miss it. So Marie, Nicole,
I do believe that what DICE LA are working on would make sense, that it was going to be, say, the Battlefield Hub, where they were working on remastering lots of maps and putting it all together into Battlefield 2042. That kind of makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, I think they're working on something quite special, and we're going to be hearing about it at EA Play. I think that's going to be like I said, I don't think we've seen anything yet we've just got to wait, I think, until for EA Play. I think that's going to clear up a lot of the confusion, in my opinion, because I know there is confusion about Specialists, Destruction, and we talked about Destruction, and we talked about Specialists as well earlier. We're still going to have the class system, but they're just going to be intertwined into Specialists, and it makes sense from a business point of view, because they want to monetize these Specialists, obviously. So to me, I'm just excited to see what this is all going to be about. But yeah, that DICE LA mode gets me hyped. CTE was wild at the time. Yeah, it was, and it was so different to what other games were doing, and it was actually quite a radical move from EA to actually keep supporting Battlefield 4 in the way that they did, because I guess it is EA's specialty of kind of launching games and then fixing them later. But I mean, there are lots of publishers that I guess would just leave Battlefield 4 to die and just be like, oh, let's just leave it. We'll do a couple of fixes and that's it. But in all fairness, they really did turn around sort of Battlefield 4 in a big way. So I just big respect to DICE LA, really, and that's why I'm so excited about this mode. And if you just joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, that'd be great. DICE LA working on the secret mode for Battlefield 2042 is what makes me very excited, to be honest. More than 128 players and big maps. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Do you think in the remastered maps we're actually going to see remastered maps, but with 128 players? Oh, does that not get you excited? Like Battlefield 3 maps with 128 players, Battlefield 2 maps, 128 players, Bad Company maps, 128 players. Does that not sound amazing? Because to me, that sounds really cool. That sounds like something really interested with up to date sort of graphics. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. And do you also think that maybe they're going to do these maps and they're all going to be themed around 2042, not just obviously just complete remasters. It's going to be, I'm guessing what they're going to do is going to remaster these maps and theme them all around sort of 2042 era. So I just think there's so much scope to the Battlefield Hub. And that I think, something I want to mention as well, something that someone mentioned before, was the fact that, you remember when we saw all those glitch things, or the glitchy battlefields where it had the box art was all glitchy, and this was on games like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 1 as well. So could that be hinting again at the fact that because it's fitting with that theme of Battlefield 2042's glitches, is that hinting at the fact that, yeah, we're going to have remasters because it's kind of glitching all across, maybe showing that they're all intertwined together? I don't know. I just thought it was quite interesting that they actually glitched not only sort of Battlefield 2042, but the other games as well. I'm not sure if they've still got that now, but I remember that they did when it originally got revealed. So I just thought that was quite interesting as well. But yeah, I definitely do believe that we're going to see that sort of Battlefield Hub. That's going to be quite interesting. Yeah, I think I've already read that, I think. Yeah, I assume it's remastered maps and weapons, vehicles and mode would give us options to choose what weapons and vehicles from previous Battlefield games we want to use. That's my guess. Yeah, I agree with that, C1BE. Definitely, mate. David Jr., that tornado looks sick in Battlefield 2042. I like the fact you can launch yourself with it into the, with your wingsuit. Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome, actually. So that'd be, I mean, the physics in that game in 2042 is going to offer so many derpy moments, I think. I think we're going to see some quite funny moments when the physics don't go to plan, I guess. But yeah, very, very excited about the Dice LA mode. And that's what's going to be the big event, I guess, at EA Play. I think we're still going to see the gameplay, obviously, and talk about that. But I think there's going to be a huge focus on that Battlefield Hub. That's going to be the big focus. Maybe rather than just remastered maps, they connect multiple maps together. Oof. That'd be interesting. I mean, they've done that kind of in the past, haven't they, with Grand Operations, with connecting maps together. So maybe just connecting. I don't know. Make them into sort of Grand Operations. I don't know. There's so much scope, I think, for what they could actually do.
I think our chat kind of exploded.
But yeah, if you just miss this, the guys at DICE are really, really hyping it up. So just interested about that one for sure. And let's see if we can get to 40 likes as well. That'd be great, guys, if we can do that. And if you are new here, you can drop us a subscribe. We'll be covering the EA Play event on July 22nd. So really hyped for that. And I will be streaming it. So make sure you got all of your bell notifications on so you do get a notification when I do go live. But I'm going to put on the EA Play. So this is when we're going to see EA Play. It's going to be on the 22nd. So not too long to wait, really. We are nearly a month away now. So very close. And that's why I wanted to do this stream today. Just wanted to kind of come on with you guys and discuss everything. So if you guys have got any questions, as always, drop it in the comments box and we can discuss it on stream. Just makes it more interesting for you guys. Randy Higgins, welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. I'm hoping for in-depth weapon customization like BF4, more than was shown for on-the-fly attachments. Yeah, I think there's going to be good customization in this game. In terms of weapon customization, I think that's going to be a big part of this game for sure. I mean, all we've got to look at is kind of just look at business models. They're going to want attachments, customization, stuff like this. It's that's going to be a big part of this game. Customization, in-depth, making the soldier how you want it to be, and weapon customization has to be essential. It has to be a part of that as well. So for me, yeah, weapon customization is going to be a big thing. I actually quite enjoyed the on-the-fly thing. I just thought it would have been a bit more sort of look a bit better if maybe you actually picked up the weapon attachments out of your pocket or something. I just thought that would maybe an animation instead of just actually just appearing on your weapon. But I thought it was a nice idea. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. Sevo, you're going to hit 10k so fast when the beta comes out. I hope so, mate. I really hope so. But there's been great support, I think, on these streams and stuff like that. So Randy Higgins, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, I think when this game comes out, yeah, I'm definitely going to be covering it a lot on this channel. And it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Very exciting times ahead. But I'm really enjoying the streams with you guys, just chilling out with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. But we were going to play Battlefield 4 earlier, but I was getting some drop in frames, and I thought that just makes the stream less enjoyable, and you end up losing quite a lot of your viewers when the stream looks shit like that. So I thought we'd just kind of switch it up to something like this. At least you can just hear me then instead of seeing shitty gameplay. Uzi Clip, you think we'll get mouse and keyboard support on console? I hope so, mate. I hope so, because I know a lot of people have said about that, and they always ask me, kind of, is there going to be mouse and keyboard? For me, I don't really play mouse and keyboard on console. I just like using my controller, but yeah, I know a lot of people do like it, so I'm not sure about other games, how well that's been supported last time, but I think it'll, if it's happened in the past with other Battlefield games for console, then it's probably going to happen again. It's one of them, isn't it? Really. Welcome, Danny. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Always great to see Danny on the stream. He's actually one of the Hell Let Loose developers, so we actually had him on last time, but great to see you, buddy. And if you could drop us a like as well, it'd be fantastic. If you've just joined us, let's see if we can get to 40 likes. That'd be great. Uzi, I'd be surprised if they didn't. Yeah, if it's happened in the past, then I guess it's gonna happen again. So EA playtesting here. I actually get a lot of notifications about playtesting. So I do always see playtesting come up on my emails, and it'll say, do you want to sign up? But I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything yet for Battlefield 2042. So I wonder, I'll have to keep my eyes posted on that, because I think we'll probably start seeing emails for EA playtesting for Battlefield 2042 probably quite soon, or maybe it's, well, I'm guessing it's probably already going on, but I just haven't seen it. But I always try and sign up for these playtests. I haven't actually got into one yet, so I'd love to have playtested Battlefield 2042, but not going to happen. Happy to be here. Slightly late, yeah. Well, better late than never. So, always great to see you, Dan. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we've obviously got EA Play July 22nd. I just wanted to come on tonight just to discuss it with you guys and get your opinions as always on it. And if you've got any questions as well, it just makes the stream more interesting for you guys. If you've got any questions, just let me know and we can discuss it on stream. I always answer any comments. But yeah, I think EA Play is what I'm just waiting for, because I think there has been a lot of confusion with some of the things that have been going on with kind of what's been said. I think a lot of people are quite confused on certain things, especially specialists and I think destruction. But like we said earlier, because I know some people have just joined us, but Jack Frags actually did a video recently. I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but he did a video saying that Battlefield 2042 fully destructible. And then you actually watch the video and it's from an interview from one of the lead developers, and the developers basically say that not everything's going to be destructible. certain things are, and there's going to be a certain village on one of the urban maps in Dubai, which is going to be fully destructible, but not everything is going to be. So obviously we heard from Tom Henderson. He was talking about the fact that, well, he talked about this, didn't he, if we all remember. He said that we'd be able to take down all the skyscrapers and things like that. But I think that's been taken out. I don't think he was wrong about it. I don't think he was misleading people. I think he was just saying it because that's the information that he had, and that's what he thought, and he just went off it. But I don't think it's going to be the destruction that people were expecting. But it's going to be really similar to Battlefield 4, where some things are destructible. We looked at, I mean, on the trailer it showed, what do they call it? It's like deformation on, like ground deformation. So if tanks go through on the ground, it does deform the terrain. So you see the tank tracks and things like that, footprints. So it's going to be more subtle things like that, rather than just like taking down every skyscraper. But I'll be interested to see at EA Play if they actually do touch upon destruction a lot more. And they do let us know about Levolution, because they did talk about, I think it was Levolution moments. I think the Levolution moments that we will see is on that map that I think was set in India. And you see him pull down something. Sort of like some, I think it's part of the boat or something. He pulls it off. So you're going to see Levolution moments probably like that. But it'd be interesting to see if you can take down any of the skyscrapers with Levolution, similar to sort of Battlefield 4. Was there any old maps from previous Battlefields in the trailer when you analyse it? No, there was none of that if you go into it. I mean, we'll have a look at the trailer again if you guys want to go through it. We can have a look at it, I guess. But nothing from the older maps as I could see. So if you actually go on here, obviously we've been through this a lot and we've all seen it, but nevertheless it's always good to go through, because this was one of the only this is the only gameplay, the proper gameplay that we have. So if we go on here, there's obviously no maps about that, but something that I did find interesting was the actual stadium. So the stadium here, that stadium down below, is apparently you can go into that, and there's one of the points, I believe, is quite close to that. So I think it's A2 there, which you can see. And I think the lead developer did talk about the fact that you'd be fighting through the stadium and things like that. So that would be quite interesting. It looks very big, very large. So if we can have some sort of gunfights in that stadium, I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, I think just the whole scale and scope of these maps. I mean, you can see that little guy just running. You can also see a vehicle on top of that stadium as well, which I found quite interesting. You can see him just riding along there and just going off top. And the guy parachutes out. But yeah, the scale of it is impressive. I'm just very, very interested about the fact that I do believe that some of the destruction was likely cut out because of 128 players. So I think it's one of them, isn't it? Because I'd love to see proper awesome urban destruction in this game. But it does seem like performance may have held that back, because I did... Cheers, Anthony Gilmore, for the subscribe. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Always appreciate it. But yeah, what was I going to say? I think I did notice the fact that when this trailer's playing, you do actually notice some sort of stuttering here and there. One of my friends actually pointed this out to me. I didn't notice it originally, but I think I did see some stuttering. I think it's only subtle. I'll see if I can find it again. Maybe it was just my computer. So you do see a few stutterings there on the actual trailer. So that's why it leads me to believe that I do believe that 128 players and the destruction that we were hearing about probably just wasn't possible. So that's just my take on it, though. But might be wrong. But I've I think from just looking at it, even just seeing the reveal trailer, I was like, yeah, there's no destruction like we were hearing from Tom Henderson. But again, I don't think he was misleading people. I think things just changed. I think they just changed their decision on it. But I still think it's going to be a great game, nevertheless. I don't think destruction's really going to make too much difference in this in terms of having skyscrapers coming down and things like that. So, yeah, they could also show us the destruction later at EA Play separately, so they didn't show it in the trailer. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. And the reason I don't believe it is because, I mean, I've been through this trailer several times, and I know people were talking about the fact that maybe they'll show us later on or something like that. But if you just go through this trailer, I'll tell you where the destructible environments, I'll tell you where they are. They're going to be down there. So smaller buildings like that, they're going to be fully destructible. That was something that the lead developer talked about. But, I mean, if we just go fast forward through this, you can see one of the moments where the actual helicopter crashes into the skyscraper and it does nothing. So I don't think we're going to see anything like that. And I think also in the reveal trailer, you saw the tornado going round. You didn't see any real damage to the actual buildings themselves. So other than the fact in the reveal trailer, in all fairness, you did actually see the helicopter crash into it and some rubble did come down. So but I just think from looking at this, though, it does kind of paint a different picture that a lot of these buildings probably are going to be static. But I'd love to be blown away. I'd love that EA Play trailer to come out and just go, wow, they've actually hid a lot of things back. Like, that would be crazy if that actually did turn out to be. But again, I've gone through this and I think it's going to be very similar to Battlefield 4, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a terrible thing. I think it's just we all got our hopes up, I guess, about it. But you can see like the cars being chucked around as well in this tornado. But you can see the tornadoes very close to those skyscrapers, but nothing really there. But this, I wonder about micro destruction. That'd be great to see inside the buildings, maybe. So when you're shooting, say the walls, just similar to what we saw with Battlefield 3's, what was it, that Close Quarters DLC, where you had that micro destruction. That was pretty cool. I'd like to see that. I like this picking your different sites on the go as well. That's quite an impressive thing that they've added. So yeah, very excited about that. And welcome to the stream, Luca. I haven't seen you in the streams before, so welcome. And we will be streaming the July 22nd event coming up very, very soon. But I do like that. The only thing that I mentioned earlier is maybe the ability to actually have an animation for that. So when you're actually picking different scopes, you actually say pull the scope out your pocket or something. I don't know. Just thought it would kind of make it look a bit smoother. But I guess for gameplay wise, it's probably better to not have an animation and just have it quick. So I don't know. But I do quite like this system. And we do get a little bit of a look here at some of the customization options. I reckon, is it going to be a certain amount of sort of things like sites that you can actually take with your soldier? So these obviously aren't all the sites in the game. So maybe it's only certain sites that you can take in the game. So maybe you've got like free scopes that you can take, a couple of grips, a couple of magazines that you can take as well, suppressors and muzzle brakes. So, and you can also take it all off as well, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I think again, if you just look at the tornado, you don't really see any destruction going on. Quite like some of the outfits though. Some of the outfits are looking pretty cool. And I think that's all going to be fully customization, all fully customizable. So yeah, very, very cool indeed. But yeah, probably go for a little bit longer. If you guys are enjoying it, if you could drop us a like, that'd be great. But I just thought we'd come on today just to kind of discuss everything ahead of the EA Play live event on July 22nd. But yeah, more details coming soon. I wonder if they're actually going to give us details ahead of the actual EA Play event. I wonder if we check back here maybe as we head closer to EA Play, we might possibly get some more details here. So I wonder if when we say get to July maybe, we might actually be able to click on this where it says more details, and we click on it and it might tell us more about what's scheduled for the games that are going to be showed, because obviously it's not just going to be Battlefield at EA Play. There's going to be other games like FIFA and things like that. But the main event that I guess everyone cares about is going to be Battlefield. So I hope that with this actual EA Play event, they don't spend too much time on like FIFA and things like that. I just want to see Battlefield. I want there to be full focus on Battlefield. I'm just going to check real quick, just see how long EA Play events usually are, because I'm not sure how long EA Play events actually go for. Did we have EA Play 2020? So, and that was actually where we saw the showcase, wasn't it? Oh yeah, so EA Play is usually 50 minutes. I actually disliked that. So, yeah, this was the EA Play event for June 2020. So this was EA Play for June 2020. And this was 50 minutes. That's the CEO. But I'm just kind of seeing how long they spend on these games usually. So let's say for Apex, they spend maybe... How long is that? So that's probably about 5 minutes. So I really hope that more time is actually spent on this than just a quick 5-minute thing. I hope that this event is also longer. But I feel like it will be. Just because of the fact that that big mode is going to be showcased. And I think we're going to see an announcement for a beta as well. I feel like this event could possibly be longer. So, yeah. Do you think that the 4 attachments in the Plus system is all, or that if we customize our weapon in the menu, there will be more than... Oh, yeah. 100%, Luca. It's going to be way more than 4. I mean, even in like Battlefield 5, there was like way more than that. So that's only going to be the ones that you're going to be able to take with you. So you're going to have so many more scopes than that. So many more grips, so many more magazine types, so many more stocks as well. Suppressors, muzzle brakes, different types of suppressors. It's going to be quite extensive, I think. So I wouldn't worry about that. I think customization is really going to be a big part of this game. So yeah, that's going to be a big part for sure. I hope Skate 4 gets mentioned at EA Play in July. Yeah. It'll actually be interesting to see what other games actually get announced there. But like I said, I just hope that Battlefield actually gets the proper time that it deserves. Because you can notice here that maybe they're spending 5-6 minutes on each of these games. Maybe depending on how popular the game is. I just hope it gets a large chunk of EA Play. It's going to be Battlefield. Because I feel like a lot of people are kind of excited for... But EA Play, so I think it would be quite disappointing if it just gets not enough coverage and it's just kind of like gloss over it real quick. So I just hope that it gets a lot more time than maybe happened at EA Play June 2020 with some of these games. Like it looks like they're just kind of glossing over some things. Similar to what we saw with the Xbox Bethesda event. So just hope it more happens. And I was just going to show you, I might as well show you what we saw with the tech demo. So this was the tech demo at EA Play 2020. And we saw the buildings. This is where a lot of people actually got the idea that we were going to see awesome destruction in the next Battlefield game. So this was basically where the idea came from, is this demo that we saw. So... you can obviously see there. So if we go back. This is why I do believe though. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. I'd love to see great destruction. I mean, this looks incredible. That looks awesome. But I don't know. I feel like it was maybe a last minute decision that maybe for performance issues. I just feel like in that gameplay reveal, or the reveal at least, we would have seen more of this, but it does look great how that building comes down like that. Because that was what I was kind of hoping for, was Battlefield 3 sort of chunks to be taken out. You know what we saw in Battlefield 3, where you'd hit a building and you'd see large chunks of it coming down. And obviously you can see an even bigger chunk here. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting though. Hopefully we get to see that at EA Play. Have you pre-ordered the game? And if which version? I'll probably pre-order the gold edition. Yeah, I'll probably get the gold edition. I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I will be just because I want to play the beta and get some content on that. So I'll definitely be pre-ordering just to get in the beta, really. But I don't usually pre-order. That's something that I don't like. But I guess this time around, because I'm just so hyped for Battlefield, I guess I'm probably just going to do it. But it's just one of them. I hate the fact that they've actually tied the pre-ordering to the beta. Damn it, EA, but is what it is. So I'll probably end up getting it, and to get the early access as well. But I'm not really asked about the cosmetic items and things like that, and different things that you get with a pre-order. Sevo, there is going to be at least 1 or 2 towers for sure. What do you think are going to come down? I hope you're right, and I really hope that people who are saying that are right, and I hope that does get showcased at EA Play. But I just feel like we didn't really see any of it. But the fact that they were showcasing this off must mean that they've got the technology there from Frostbite. I'm guessing it's going to be Frostbite 4 now. So it seems like they've definitely got the technology. It's just whether they've decided to go 128 players, massive maps, and was the destruction just not able to do it? Because I did see a few stutters, like I mentioned earlier in that gameplay trailer. I did notice a couple of stutters here and there. So the fact that he was stuttering a little bit, maybe, I don't know. But I just, yeah, 1 or 2 towers would be great. Like a Levolution moment, a dynamic moment like that. So do you guys think it's going to be more Levolution, sort of like what we saw with Siege of Shanghai? Not the ability to take chunks out of it, just to be able to topple it down, similar to what we saw with Siege of Shanghai. I'm guessing that's probably what they're going to do. I just don't think it's going to be the tallest ones. Yeah, probably not. Probably not, but I guess that's why EA Play is going to be so important because there's just so many questions, I guess, that people have. Like we mentioned, specialists, destruction, the modes. They want to see unscripted gameplay. They want to know when the betas come in. There's just so much stuff. They want to know about the customization, weapon customization. They want to know about the live service. They want to know about the hazard mode. They want to know about the redacted mode by DICE-LA. There's just so much stuff that needs to be shown. And I really hope that EA Play does it justice. The fact that they've delayed it by a month as well, that's quite unprecedented, I think. I think it's usually always before E3. So is that because they're going to have a much bigger show this time? Are we going to have a lot more shown this time around at EA Play? Maybe that's a possibility. So I do think EA Play is going to be the big one. Looking forward to more gunplay reveals. So far, the vehicle gameplay looks great. Yeah, it does. Looks very good indeed. Looks awesome. So, yeah. Very excited about it. But yeah, I think we're going to end the stream now, and I'll see you guys probably in a stream very soon. So if you've joined us as well, if you could drop us a like, it really does help out massively. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it today. I thought we'd just kind of discuss some things ahead of the big reveal at EA Play. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And if you have as well, drop us a like and subscribe if you are new here. Because like I said, we'll be covering the EA Play event on July 22nd. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream right now, and I'll see you